Hello, my name is Matthew, and I was a tax collector. I wasn't the most popular of people, but it was my job to make sure that people paid their taxes. Sometimes I take some of the money for myself. You know, cheating. But I was no different from any other tax collector, really. One day, I looked up from my table, and there he stood. He was a tall man, and there was definitely something special about him. He said to me, "Matthew, follow me." So I invited him back to my house for dinner with some of my friends. There was some talk at the time about him eating with sinners, but we didn't listen to that. He loved us, and in turn, we loved him. I was overjoyed to be chosen as one of the 12. I learnt so much from Jesus' teaching, and he often taught in parables. There were so many miracles. I remember this one time. We were on a hillside, and there were 5,000 men, women and children, and they were waiting for him to teach. It got a bit late. Jesus told us to feed them. All we had were 5 loaves and 2 fish. But Jesus took it, and he blessed it, and he fed them all. Afterwards, we even had 12 baskets of food left over. There were so many miracles, countless healings and deliverances from demons. But I'll never forget that night. We were all gathered together to celebrate the Passover meal. And Jesus took the bread and the wine, and he blessed it, and he told us that it represented his body and his blood. He said that one of us would betray him. None of us suspected Judas. He shared from his heart as he walked in the garden, and there was definitely something troubling him. He asked us to pray with him, but we couldn't stay awake. He was burdened, and there was nothing we could do about it. When the crowd came to arrest him, we all ran away. And they mocked him, and they beat him, and they forced him to carry a cross, and they crucified him on it. Most of us stood at a distance. We couldn't take our eyes off him. He just hung there. We didn't understand at the time, but he was taking away the sins of the world, and it felt like the biggest miracle. Jesus, the Lamb of God,